This is module number 167 of Financial Management course, and we are into our discussion of capital budgeting, and this is the fifth part of our discussion. In capital budgeting, we have seen that it is something which is related to investing a lot of money in purchasing a new fixed asset or a new project. So when we want to purchase a fixed asset, or we want to start a new project, or even if we want to replace an existing asset with another one, it requires a lot of investment. So that is why we need to look into the calculations and decide whether this investment will be profitable or not. ये जो इन्वेस्टमेंट हम करने जाते हैं फिक्स्ड एसेट्स में, इसके लिए हम कैश फ्लोज का इस्तेमाल करते हैं, प्रॉफिट को कंसिडर नहीं करते. सो एस्टिमेटिंग कैश फ्लोज is the essential and key part of financial decisions related to capital budgeting. In this, we have got cash inflows and cash outflows. So whenever a company or a business would make an investment in an asset or in a project, that would require a cash outflow. और उसके बाद जब वो प्रोजेक्ट चलना शुरू करता है और वो प्रोजेक्ट प्रॉफिट देना शुरू करता है, तो उस वक्त फिर उस प्रोजेक्ट से कैश इनफ्लोज आना शुरू हो जाती हैं. सो दिस मीन्स दैट in capital budgeting we have got outflows and we have got inflows. Obviously, these inflows are spread over a certain period of time in the future, because the time at which we are making the decision is before making the investment in the project. So that is why it is called budgeting. It is planning. तो सबसे पहले जो चीज़ हमने देखना है वो ये है कि किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए हमारी आउटफ्लो क्या होगी. Here, another important point that we need to remember, that for the purpose of understanding the concept of capital budgeting, we make some assumptions with reference to cash flows. यानी पहली assumption जो हम शुरू में लेते हैं वो ये है कि किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करते वक्त हमारी सारी की सारी कैश आउटफ्लो ज़ीरो पॉइंट पर या प्रोजेक्ट के शुरू होने से पहले ही हो जाती है. Whereas in reality that outflow is not at one point of time, but it is after several months or days that we have to keep on making the payments, which is the outflow. And likewise, when we talk about inflows, and again, to understand the working and the calculations of capital budgeting, we also assume that the inflows are also at the end of a particular year. So इस assumption को जहन में रखते हुए हम कैश इनफ्लोज और कैश आउटफ्लोज के बारे में कुछ चीज़ें जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. कैश आउटफ्लो प्रोजेक्ट की इब्तदा में होती है, एसेट को ख़रीदते वक्त होती है. It is obviously the purchase price which is the most significant amount of investment. यानी सबसे पहले जब हम एसेट खरीदेंगे या प्रोजेक्ट को खरीदेंगे तो उसकी हमारी एक परचेज प्राइस होगी. This purchase price of asset, if the asset is purchased locally or it is imported from some other country, this purchase price is of three types, as it is quoted by the vendors or suppliers. The first one is called FOB, that means free on board, and in some of the books you will find it as freight on board. This means that this price only includes the purchase price of that asset and no additional cost is made a part of it. If the vendor or the supplier is also including the freight which will be paid on bringing that asset from the supplier's premises to our premises, then this price is called C and F price, which means cost and freight. And finally, at times, the cost of insurance is also added in the purchase price. यानी इसके अंदर कॉस्ट भी शामिल है और वो इंश्योरेंस एक्सपेंस भी शामिल है जो एसेट को हमारी फैक्ट्री हमारे प्रेमिसेस तक लाने में खर्च होगा, एंड ऑब्वियसली द फ्रेट. सो वी कॉल इट कॉस्ट, इंश्योरेंस एंड फ्रेट. इसके बाद कुछ और कॉस्ट्स हैं जिनको हम डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट का नाम देते हैं, एंड दीज कॉस्ट आर ऑल्सो मेड अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर इन्वेस्टमेंट. हमने ये कॉन्सेप्ट पहले भी डिस्कस किया है कि अगर हम किसी एक्सपेंस को या किसी कॉस्ट को एसेट का हिस्सा बना दें, देन इट इज़ कॉल्ड कैपिटलाइज्ड कॉस्ट. So the costs which are capitalized and made a part of the assets are the direct costs. Let's see what are these direct costs. We have talked about freight, किराया, जो हम एसेट को खरीद कर अपने प्रेमिसेस तक लाने के लिए पे करते हैं. Similarly, we have to pay insurance expense so that we do not have to face any loss during the transit. Likewise, when an asset is received, if it is a plant or equipment or machinery, it has to be installed. So the cost of installation, in case of big projects, there is a huge installation cost and it takes a lot of time to install that. And this installation cost is also part of our investment. And along with that, there is a setup cost. So once asset is installed, you have to start operating that asset. And to bring it into that condition where the routine, normal production can be started is what is called the setup cost, which is also part of our direct costs. And finally, so along with the setup cost, there are duties and taxes. So in every country, when an asset is imported or it is purchased, there are some duties of the government and there are certain taxes which are not adjustable. All these unadjustable taxes and the government duties are also direct expenses or direct costs, and these are also capitalized and included in the initial cash outflow of the asset. So combinedly, all these costs, in addition to the purchase price of the asset, is the initial cash outflow of the asset, which is then to be matched with the inflows.